Now let's get into Bewitched. Bewitched is a little bit more telling. Now in the first episode of Bewitched, I forget the dude's name, but him and Samantha, they met, they courted on their wedding night. The mother, the witch's mother, her name is Enora. She was an evil. This woman was she was a witch in every sense of the word. She was an evil woman. She was a bad witch, without question. This woman, you know, if you watch the show enough times, she had a hatred for Darren. I think his name was Darren, and she would do things to Darren. She would put him under spells, and she would just do all types of just foulness to this dude because she couldn't stand the fact that he was immortal and that he was a man. Okay. So on the wedding night, if you notice their honeymoon suite, you'll notice the black and white tiles, checkered tiles on the floor. And then when the mother did show up, she asks, "Oh, so he's a male witch?" And she's like, "No, mother. He's a good, decent man. He's immortal. And this is our honeymoon night. You can't be here." So as he's getting to the room to prepare to have sex with her, the mother-in-law snaps her fingers and sends him back downstairs to the lobby. She does it twice. And the daughter's like, "No, you can't be here. I'm going to be with him. He's a good man." So the mother's like, "Well, if he's such a good man, why don't you tell him you're a witch?" Because, you know, she said, "Well, you know, because they all think we all wear brooms and hats and, you know, have cats and stuff and put spells on people and come out once a year." So the mother finally leaves. So Darren comes back in. He's like, "Yo, I had the weirdest thing, whatever." So he wants to take her into the room and have sex. She's like, "Hey, I got something to tell you. I'm a witch." And he's like, "Sure, honey, you're a witch. My auntie thinks she's a watchtower." And she's like, "No, I'm a real witch. I'm a young witch, not very powerful, but I'm a witch." So he's like, "Okay." At the end of the day, he says, "I'm from Missouri." And so she shows him. She moves. He lights a cigarette, a table lighter. It wouldn't light. She lights it for him. He goes to put out the ashes. She moves the ashtray back and forth across the table. Then he's starting to realize that she might be a witch. He's like, "Well, I need a fresh air." She opens the window, and then he had a moment of clarity. He's like, "Oh my God, you are a witch." So he's about to fall out. She moves the chair so he can sit down in the chair. But if you'll notice throughout the years of this show, the mother-in-law would torture this man mercilessly every chance she got. And the funny thing is, Samantha did have a dad. Her parents were married witches, but they were estranged. She was a daddy's girl. She loved her daddy. The mother couldn't, for whatever reason, didn't get along with him, whatever. But they were still married. The key point is Samantha could have had this man under her spell to do her bidding and have him worship her if she wanted to. She did not. She chose to give him free will to make his own choice to be with her. The mother-in-law, Nora, was like, "No, put this motherfucker under spell. He needs to be subservient." And that's how I would do it. That's that for Bewitched. The third one, and they end up getting married too. And had a child.